The Joe Rogan Experience.
Gordon is undeniably the best pound-for-pound jiu-jitsu player on earth. Not just the best, but pretty. It's a pretty good statement to say that you're the best ever. And you're only 25.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that happen?
So I'm gonna go ahead and give credit to John. I mean, I think that without him, I maybe would have been successful. I would have been, maybe the best in the world at some point in my career. But I don't think that without John, I would be where I am right now, and I don't think that I would have gotten this good in this amount of time. I've been training 10 years. I've been competing professionally for 5 years, and I think that a big part of the reason why I am where I am is because of John's coaching. Yeah,
and we're talking about John Danaher, for people who don't know, who is a literal genius and a mastermind in jiu-jitsu and a true mad scientist. And watching him coach you guys is very fascinating because he's so serious and stoic. And Gordon Ryan, pass over the left leg. Gordon Ryan, post. The way he talks. It's really interesting. He says your full name too. It's very interesting.
Gordon Ryan, Gary Tonin, Craig Jones. Yeah. It's always the full name.
Yeah. Why? He's such an odd duck.
He does it to address us because a lot of times, if you got like Nicky, for example, there's a lot of guys named Nicky, so he makes sure that he's talking to you when he says Nicky Ryan, Nicky Rod, Craig Jones, Gordon Ryan. So you know that when you hear your name being called, your first and last name, you know that okay, this person is addressing you in a room of 5,000-10,000 people.
He's such an unusual human being. There is not a single person on the planet Earth like John Danaher. One of the most brilliant guys I've ever met. Obsessed with jiu-jitsu mostly. That's if you got a pie chart of his brain, it would be there's 20% room for other shit. 80% of his brain is jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I mean it's not even just jiu-jitsu, it's just martial arts in general. People who know John on a personal level and have trained with John know that John knows just as much about MMA as he does, or even more about MMA than he does about jiu-jitsu. He's been coaching MMA with George and with Chris Weidman for longer than he's been coaching jiu-jitsu. I mean, he's only been coaching professional jiu-jitsu athletes for 5 years. And I've watched him personally teach judo privates to judo Olympians, I watched him teach wrestling privates to wrestling world team members, wrestling Olympians. He knows just as much about the other martial arts as he does about jiu-jitsu. It's crazy.
Yeah, and never walks around without a rash guard on.
Which is also correct.
Which is the oddest thing ever.
I've seen him one time ever with a t-shirt on because we went to Long Island to train with Chris Weidman one time, and he forgot his change of rash guards. So he had his street rash guard on, and he didn't have a second rash guard to change into, and Chris didn't have a rash guard for him, so they gave him this pink flamingo t-shirt that he ended up. We did a whole session with Chris Weidman. It was right before he was going to fight Luke Rockhold the second time, which ended up never happening. But we did this whole session with John with this pink tropical t-shirt on, and then he changed out of the t-shirt to get back into his street rash guard and leave to go home. It was just I'm just okay, this is happening. I posted it, everyone was freaking out about it.
Just how crazy is it that he has a street rash guard?
Yeah, he's got street rash guards, he's got training rash guards, and he's got his nighttime dinner date rash guards. He's got a date rash guard, he's got a dinner rash guard. He's got it all sorted out.
So if he goes out on a date with a woman, he wears a rash guard?
Oh yeah, he's got this really nice underarm, this gray Under Armour sweatshirt rash guard that he puts on. And when John comes out in one of his fancy rash guards, you're okay, he's not fucking around now. You're this guy is you go out to dinner, you're all right, this guy means business tonight.
But has anybody ever asked him what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I mean, so he just likes to wear rash guards because of the fact that they dry fast, the fact that they're cool, they keep you warm. If they get wet, they dry fast, and they're just tight fitting. He likes tight fitting clothes. So he just prefers to wear them. He thinks they're more efficient than t-shirts are.
It's just so odd. But that's part of John Danaher. Always has a fanny pack. Respect. I respect the fanny pack.
Yeah. I mean, one of the great mysteries of the world is what he has inside that fanny pack.
It's kind of thick.
It is.
It's a large fanny pack.
He's got a lot of stuff inside there.
It's so fascinating to watch what he's done in coaching this Danaher Death Squad and he's unquestionably the greatest jiu-jitsu coach on earth. And this is also widely regarded. Like the way you're widely regarded as the best pound-for-pound grappler, he's widely regarded as the best jiu-jitsu coach. And it's really interesting to see that you guys just have been dominating the grappling scene, and to watch all this play out and to see people study you guys but still not be able to catch up.
Yeah, I mean, what most people do is they just see like a general outline of what we do, but no one looks at what the specifics of what we're doing. They say, oh, Gordon's a good leg locker, let me try to do leg locks, or Gordon's trapping hands from the back, let me try to do that. But they don't see the very specific details, and the specific details are what's going to be the difference between finishing a high-level guy and having a high-level guy escape. So what everyone does is they just see the general idea and have the general outline of what we're doing, and they try to just copy that. But when you just try to copy the best guys, if you just try to copy everyone else, you get the same results as everybody else. You have to go further than what the best guys are doing, and you have to innovate. And I look at the other best guys in the world, and I say, what are they doing? That works against the other high-level guys, and how can I make that better? Not just let me try to arbitrarily copy what they're trying to do.
Now, what is missing in, like, if you take the rest of the people that are in the top 10, like, what are they doing differently?
What everyone does in jiu-jitsu is they try to do the least amount of work possible to win a jiu-jitsu match, right? So they try to jump past your guard, they score an advantage, they score a couple points, and then for the next 7 minutes, they do nothing. Whereas what we try to do is we try to take the hardest route to a victory, and we try to submit the guy. So what you see is there's just a complete different completely different mindset between what the rest of the guys are doing and what we're trying to do. We're trying to go out, and we're not satisfied unless we hit a submission. And in my case, sometimes I call the submission, and I'm trying to go out and hit a specific submission. But they're happy just going out and having a match where there's 10 minutes in the feet. They just hang on each other's collar ties, and then they win a ref decision, and they run around beating their chest like they did something. So just the mindset for winning in competition is completely different.
Catch new episodes of the Joe Rogan Experience for free only on Spotify. Watch back catalog JRE videos on Spotify, including clips. Easily, seamlessly switch between video and audio experience. On Spotify, you can listen to the JRE in the background while using other apps and can download episodes to save on data cost, all for free. Spotify is absolutely free. You don't have to have a premium account to watch new JRE episodes. You just need to search for the JRE on your Spotify app. Go to Spotify now to get this full episode of the Joe Rogan Experience.